can make you feel really scared, and it can make you feel very vulnerable. Sometimes those feelings can stop you from blogging in the first place. You might have a blog that you really want to put out there and you just are too nervous to actually start it. Or those feelings can make you stop and not blog about the things that you really want to blog about, and just blog about the kind of nice stuff that you know isn't going to offend anybody, isn't going to open a can of worms of a big topic, or make anybody feel uncomfortable, or make you feel uncomfortable. Over the years that I have been blogging, I have felt all of that. I know at the beginning I was so excited to start blogging, but also so nervous. What if nobody wanted to read it? Or even worse, what if everyone laughed about what I was putting out there? So I was really worried. And then once I got going and I found my feet and I was in the flow of blogging, there were things that I wanted to write about that were maybe not going to be so popular with everybody, or they were going to reveal something about myself that maybe felt a little bit too honest or a little bit too real. And then there were those ones that I knew would just open a big discussion, and was I comfortable about putting those things out there, and was I ready to have the reaction and to know how to respond? I still feel like that sometimes today. Sometimes I just don't want to press go on the blog post. I don't want to make it live because I'm really worried about what people are going to say. But it really doesn't stop me from actually doing it. So I write these pieces and I do go all the way and press submit and get it out there into the world. And then I have been learning how to respond when people don't always say what they want, what you want them to, or don't always respond in the way that they hope you hope they will. So sometimes when I write a post, I am worried because I am being too honest about something. So it might be something very personal. I have quite a reputation for being very open and honest online, and I have shared all sorts of things about myself over the years. And actually that has just brought so much warmth from the community of people that follow me and people that I know, and support as well, and also trust, because I think if you can be really honest online and really open, then people trust what you're saying and they don't wonder if you're only sharing half the story or you're not really being real about everything. So I do really like to be open and honest. But sometimes I write those posts that aren't necessarily open and honest about my life, but are about topics that maybe get people a bit feeling a bit like they want to respond and have an argument. And those can be really hard to put out there. But I think if we don't put those posts out there, then we just have this world where everything is nice and no one's really putting anything out there that challenges what we think, and everything is just pretty and flowers and sweeties and prettiness, and it's not the real life that we kind of have underneath all the prettiness. So I do like to put those posts out there, and they do make me feel uncomfortable, and sometimes I cry about what people say or write, and sometimes I get really cross about what people have written in response to what I have said. But the majority of the time, I just feel really supported and really proud of having shared something that has made lots of people think, and a majority of people agree with what I have been saying, which makes me feel validated in having written it in the first place. And often the people that challenge me or, say, oh, I'm not quite sure about that, or have you thought about this, or have you read this, make me think deeper about what I have shared. And so although at first it might feel like all people are attacking me and that makes me feel horrible and never want to write again, when I take a step back, I think, oh yes, actually you do have a point, and it is really important to listen to what other people have to say and not just go around in life thinking that what you believe is right all the time or feel really comfortable about everything. It is good to have those challenges, even if they can make us feel really uncomfortable. But the majority of the time, people absolutely love honesty and they love the realness that you're putting out there. So I would really encourage you to be brave, to start a blog if you have always wanted to start one, or to write that post that you have really wanted to write and have just been too shy to put out there. Have a go, put it out there. The worst thing that can happen is that you have to delete it or feel like you want to delete it and take it away again. And that is the very worst that can happen. And maybe you might have a little cry about someone being negative, but look at the positive, because if you share it with your community, I know there will be plenty of support for you, what you are doing.